Welcome to Daily Conversation. This is Mr. K.
This is Eric.
Yeah, today is the 18th of October 2021, and the time now is 6:17 a.m. Well, today is a video review, and our topic is what can we learn from expert gamblers? Alright, so before we get started, please click the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Alright, so here we go. Yeah, so from this video, and then firstly, the speaker talked about that mostly when we talk about gamblers, we think negatively, and then however, actually uh, uh, there are portions of gamblers. They are so-called the expert gamblers. Um, they are the one that make money from gambling. So so we shouldn't like think negatively for all the gamblers, and then for these expert gamblers, they are really expert. Yep, and then also I remember there is a something like a chart, a table, which compare the gamblers, and then the speaker break gamblers into three categories. And the first type is the problems gamblers, and the next is the leisure gamblers, and the last is the expert gamblers. Yeah, and then I think the main difference of these three types of gamblers is the type of games that uh, they are choosing. For expert gamblers, they will choose those games with the elements of skills, and then not just based on luck. Yeah, and then also there's one difference, which is the expert gamblers. They are aiming for money, and instead of aiming for fun. Yeah, and then of course the result of the expert gamblers is also different, which is they are making profit, and the other two types of gamblers, uh, in average, they are the loser. Yep, and then also one thing I think is also one of the main point in this video, which is risk intelligence. Yeah, for this one, yeah, I haven't tried the the test because I try typing in the website that the speaker said, and then I found that maybe it is long ago, and we couldn't I couldn't access to it anymore. Yeah, and I tried to search for others kind of risk intelligent test, and then I found one, but I haven't done it because uh, the time estimated is something like half an hours. So they'll have a lot of questions, like more than 50 questions. So I haven't tried, and then yeah, I don't know whether you tried. And uh, yeah, for this risk intelligence, the speaker define it as the ability to gather information from a wide variety of sources, and then after that, with all this information, and then kind of to make a decision from that. Yeah, so actually I am still quite confused about the meaning of risk intelligence. Yeah, and then also after that, the speakers also offers three ways to make decisions, and then yeah, the first one is to set your threshold. uh, to me, I think this is something like your risk preference, like whether you are towards risk averse, or you are risk taker. And then there are percentage of winning and lose. And then the second is the bet sizing, which is how much you want to uh, put in your bet. And then I think for here maybe it deals with the it deals with the ability of us to know that how much we are afford to lose, and also because uh, just now we talk about current gamblers and leisure gamblers. Uh, Both of them actually suffer losses, and for private gamblers, they suffer unaffordable losses. Yeah, so I think bet sizing should be controlled, should be in the scope that we are afford to lose. And then the next one, number three, is the expected value. Yeah, and then so to me, I think it is not something like three ways to make decisions. It is more suitable to say that it is three perspectives to make decisions, because I think these three things shouldn't be treated separately, and uh, uh, it should be considered at the same time, something like that. And then before the end of the video, also the speakers talk about luck. Yeah, because it is a gambling, and then uh, even though we have, let's say, a very high skill, and then we have a very good risk intelligence, and then we still can lose because we still can lose because still a portion of it is based on luck. Yeah, and then yeah, so these are my sharing, and I think maybe we can discuss a little bit about risk intelligence, and what was your thought?
Okay, first thing, uh, I'm not sure whether we have something so-called risk intelligence, just
Mm,
as our IQ, just as our EQ. I'm not sure. And
mm,
because of this thing is, maybe you can say some portion is come from our genes, and some of the portion actually can be trained by our own. So, for example, you can say high IQ person may not be a smart person, mm,
mm,
because he or she cannot communicate well with other people. So, mm, yeah, or maybe he or she just doing their own things, and they didn't care other things. So uh, maybe the thing they do couldn't reward themselves. Yeah.
mm,
So uh, so there's no relationship between high IQ and the smart. And yeah, there's relationship. Okay, but this is not the only one factors affect your overall abilities. Yeah, and also the things the main things here is this IQ, this EQ, and also the RQ, the risk intelligence.
mm,
This is something like a skill you can learn and improve your knowledge, and also increase your experience, so that you can like increase your IQ,
mm,
increase your EQ, increase your RQ. Mm. So the first thing is we're not sure whether there is this kind of category of intelligence, but actually did exist. I mean, it actually exists. So no matter the term is something like we created an attribute to it in
mm,
order for us to understand, in order to like analyze more. It doesn't matter. Okay, the thing is we actually the skill is important. Yeah, and also some people will also say we actually have something like the money intelligence, or actually something like the well intelligence. Yeah. So this is like how you control your spending or how you uh like keep your money, something like that.
Mm.
Yeah. And uh how about the RQ, the risk intelligence? Do you think is
Yeah.
important?
Um, yeah, I'm not sure it is, but I think it will affect our life in terms of making decisions.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, but uh how about for you? Do you like take some risk in your life and make some decisions before or even
Um,
at this current moment?
hmm.
Mm.
I think more or less we deal with risk in our life, even we don't involve in gamblings. Uh, Many decisions, maybe in your career, you choose your job, you choose to uh, maybe change your job, also maybe switch your career. These kind of things is also, I think, is also related to risk.
But how do you apply uh, your knowledge, your experience in uh, in decision making when you try to consider the risk, try to control the risk? Just like just now, you also mentioned right, few of the way, few of the matter. First is
Mm.
expected value, and the second and third I forget already.
The bet sizing, and then also the
Yeah.
next one is the threshold.
What is it?
Threshold, which is
Eh?
something like
Mm,
to
mm,
um, I'm not sure because it gives an example of percentage. For example, how many percent do you think the girl will accept you to go on a date, and then
oh.
if
Mm,
yeah, yeah, and then you have your
yeah.
threshold, whether you want to do it with
Mm,
30%,
yeah.
50%,
Yeah.
60%. Mm.
Mm, mm. That maybe that could be a few things. First is a chance, and second is uh, like your gain and your loss. So it is like your benefit or your cost. So you try to estimate the amount so you can try to guess the risk and rewards. Mm.
Mm.
Yeah. So how to apply uh, maybe not all this, but like uh, one of these into your decision making? Let's say
Um,
you are looking
mm,
let's say you are looking a new job, you are
yeah.
doing new uh yeah last time you mentioned right, you want
Mm,
to like shift your focus from tuition center to the home tuition.
yeah.
Mm. Yeah, and how do you how to apply the risk management into this decision making?
Yeah, maybe we can look into the second one, which is bet sizing, which is how much you will lose. In my case, if I switch my focus from the center to individuals, I mean one-on-one tuition, and how much I will lose for doing that, and then whether this is something I can afford. Yeah, I think this is one part, and
How much you'll lose, but how much you'll gain?
um,
Is something guarantee you to
hmm,
lose? Will you do that? No, right? They must they
hmm,
must have some benefit for you, so you have the incentive to do that.
hmm, yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, actually, for my case, yeah, for my case, I just, I, um, yeah, because uh, I stopped, accepting new, uh, I, because right now I am teaching, uh, three grades of students, and which is from we can say Form 1 to Form 3, and then so I'm focusing on the current students, and for the new students, they come in, and then maybe they are in other grades, and I didn't I'm not going to teach them. So for this one, I think for my for my for my decisions, yeah, it will of course make some difference in terms of how much I gain, how much I lose. But at the current moment, it is the win and lose is some kind of not yet coming.
But you can do some estimation, right?
Yeah.
For example, just now you say you got 3 class. Is it 3 class or 3 grades?
Three three grades.
So how many class?
How many classes? Like I think it's 5 currently.
By currently, so if go to the next year, and let's say for example the grade 3 student will become grade 4, so you need to teach them grade 4. Is it something like that?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
it will come in new student for
Which
grade
is
2. So
yeah.
some calculation can be done here. Okay, if let's say the tuition center cannot keep, cannot attract any new students, but it will keep all the students. So grade 3 become grade 4, grade 2 become grade 3, and no grade 2 student anymore. So you initially you have 3 grades to teach, but now you only left 2 grades to teach. So this is something that you may lose. You may lose. And if the tuition center able to attract new students, so maybe there are some grade 2 students comes in, and also grade 4 students may also increase. Okay, yeah, of course, grade 4 student may decrease. Yeah. um. But so you actually have 2 grades. You have because you teach 3 grades, so you have 2 grades were less affected. Yeah. So will be less affected. Yeah. So it's kind of like this calculation. So if you take one more grade, how many additional class you have? For example, now current moments you have you have 3 grade. You have 3 grade. You have 5 class. So take an average 1.66 or 1.67, and and each class average have how many students?
Each class average, we got something like, if in average, it is like 5 or 6.
5 or 6. So some is lesser, some class have more students, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we take 5, so it will around like 8 students. Yeah. So or maybe a new grade maybe got 1 class or 2 class. Yeah. And if we try to think another way around, we have 1 more class, 1 more grade and 1 more class. So if we take average, okay, yeah, actually is we can calculate like this. How many class we have the last grade you teach?
The last grade, what do you mean?
What grade you teach? 2, 3, 4 or 3, 4, 5?
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. So
Next
how
year
many
will be
class?
2, 3,
How many
3,
class
4.
you have 3? How many class you have for grade 3?
Grade 3, 2 classes.
2 classes. How many students? Total students.
12.
Total 12 students. So
Yeah.
that means if you don't teach next grade, you will lose these 12 students compulsory. And if coming new, if coming more than 12 students, so your overall income will increase. Yeah. So 12 students for 2 class. So that means, let's say who come in additional 12 students, and these 12 students will also go to the grade 4. So that means you need to take more time, and you need to prepare 2 classes, and you have 12 student additional income. Yeah, per month. So 12 student additional income per month, how much you will earn from that? This is just an assumption.
12 students is 1,002 times 7, 840.
840. So 840 per month. And how many students you need to? Yeah, I mean, how much? Okay. How many students you need to get in order to earn this money from home tuition?
Yeah, I think it's like 2. Yeah.
Yeah. So Johnny, you means 2 for teach one teach one course, I mean teach one subject, or actually teach all the subjects?
400 I think is because one subject is I think the minimum for one subject is 300, and we can also have a range like 3 to 400. So I think it's one subject.
One subject 400.
Mm.
Yeah. So in this case, you just need to teach. Is it like teach 2 more classes? Teach more 2 classes so you can earn uh, a similar income, because in tuition center you also teach one subject, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So if going uh if for home tuitioning, you also just need to teach 2 more class and also one subject. Yeah, and then you can earn the similar income.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how much time you need to prepare for uh for, uh for the home tuitioning, and how much time you need to prepare for the tuition center? Yeah. So yeah. That should be the ratio. Yeah, that should be the ratio. Uh, uh, which is the risk and reward ratio. Yeah, you take the risk, and then you switch from the tuition center to the home
Yeah.
tuitioning. Yeah, so this is a risk and reward ratio. And then how about the chances, the threshold? So how uh how what's the probability that you think you will get 2 students? Yeah, so this is the chances. If you think like 50%, so uh the reward you need to cut half, so become the expected value. Yeah. So if you think 100%, you will get 2 students, because two student is too easy to get. Yeah. So in this case, so 100% will get 2 students in home tuitioning, and for tuition center, because 100% also 100% your business partner want to like teach or want to increase one more grade to teach. Yeah, so it's also 100% thing. And so then you just need to look at the time, because both of the thing is 100%. Then you just need to look at the time. Yeah, how much time you need to like put in effort. Yeah, for example, the tuition center, and because it's a new grade, you may need to put more effort. And for home tuitioning, you may just need to pay. Yeah, of course you need to pay additional effort, but it is just a fraction compared to the tuition center. Yeah, so this is something that you can get an amount and calculate the risk. Yeah. So to calculate, if you switch from home tuitioning, sorry, if you switch from the tuition center to the home tuitioning, is this likely to reduce the income, or is it likely to increase the income? And is this likely to increase your time, your time spent, or is this likely to reduce your time spent? Yeah. So this is something that you can calculate based on some predictions. Yeah, and yeah, so this is some example. And how about if we talk about the investment or trading?
Yeah.
Yeah, so okay, let's say you have you have a sum of money, sum of amount you want to do investment. Let's say, for example, this is like 10,000. For example, let's say it's 10,000, and you give yourself the permission to lose 5,000. So
Okay.
you can accept to lose 5,000, which is 50%. Yeah, 50% of your investment fund, and you cannot accept you will lose more than that. So this is a maximum loss you are afford to lose.
Yeah.
So this is the loss you are afford to lose. So this maximum 5,000. Yeah. So this is something like a threshold that you decide for yourself. Okay. The first is the maximum loss, and okay, if let's say to put it simple, you look at now you actually you found one ticker that can give you 10x upside, but you may lose all your capital.
Oh.
Yeah, you may lose all your capital. And how much money you are going to put in? Yeah. And you can't answer this question because you still like you still haven't got one of another figures, which is what is the maximum gains. Yeah, what is the expected gain you want? The expected returns you want from this 10,000. And let's say you want to double your money. Yeah, so from 10,000 to 20,000. So this is your expectation. And now if you found one ticker may give you 10x upside,
Yeah.
but you may lose all your capital. Yeah. So actually this is a very good risk and reward ratio. And how much money maximum you can put in?
We only need 1,000 to get 10K, right? For another 10K.
Yeah. Yeah. And maximum what how much you may lose?
5K, right?
Yeah. So is this a good bet?
Yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah. So yeah, so this is a this is the first thought. Yeah.
Mm.
And we can control our downside because our maximum loss for the whole portfolio is 5,000.
Mm.
Yeah. And if we bet in this, if we truly believe 100%, it can go up 10x. I mean for the maximum gain. The maximum gain, we truly believe the maximum gains can be 10x, and then the maximum loss can be lose all your capital. And how about the chances? 50-50. If the chances going 0 and the chances going 10x is 50-50.
Mm.
Yeah. So yeah, so if you put in 1,000, okay, if you put in 1,000, and then there's 50% chance you can achieve your expected returns. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can get your expected returns, and there's also 50 chance you will lose 1,000.
Mm.
Yeah. So this is the calculation. Yeah, this is how you control the risk. And how about calculate how maximum money you can put in? Yeah, so maximum money you can put in is total 5,000 because your maximum loss for the whole portfolio is 5,000.
Mm.
So your maximum can only put 5,000. Yeah. And how about if you adjust the chance? Let's say you think there is 10%, it can go to 10x. There is 90%, it can go 0. Yeah. Then how do you allocate? How do you allocate the money? Or do you think this is no longer a good bet anymore?
To me, I think it is it is no longer a good a good bet.
Yeah. Okay, let's say we do some calculation, easy calculation. Let's say you put in 1,000, and there's 1% chance. There's 1% chance, so it's 1,000 times 0.1.
Is it 1 or 10%?
This is 10%. 1,000 times 0.1, which is 10%, and it will go out 10x. So times another 10, so it's 1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 1,000. And so yeah, so this is the expected value. The expected value you can earn from this investment. Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, got 10%. Yeah, got 10%, you can achieve your goal, and 90% of the time you lose this 1,000. Yeah, and the expected value is just 1,000. Yeah, so the expected value is exactly same as what you put in. So you gain 0 positive expected value. Yeah. So that means if you do these investments for very, very long, in a very, very long run, you keep playing this, you keep playing this game, and you end up not losing, not better off, and not worse off. Yeah. So because the expected value is 1,000 and you put in 1,000. Yeah. So yeah, this is no longer a good bet anymore because you can look for other alternatives. Yeah. Yeah. So this is so this is some calculations, and yeah, so we actually need to know that what is the maximum loss you are about to lose, what is the maximum gains you expect. Of course, this is really hard to expect the maximum gain, and we may have our bias, so we may like exaggerate the maximum gains, so it look the calculation more favorable to us. Yeah. And also we have the prediction. How about the chances? And the chances we also may
It's very subjective, right?
yeah, it's quite subjective.
Mm.
Yeah. And but also yeah, the equity market is not that simple. It's not like 90% it will go to zero, 10% will go 10x. Yeah.
Mm.
And you can have a distribution. For example, you think 30% will go to zero, and maybe another 20% it will go down 50%, it will fall another 50%, and there's 10%. There's 10%. Okay. Let me record, because maybe later I finish my talking and the percentage more than 100. Okay, 30% go to zero.
Mm.
Okay, and let's say 20% drop 50%. Okay, and okay, let's say another 30%. 30% the price will remain unchanged.
Okay.
Okay, and 10%. 10% the price will go up 10%. Okay, and 5% the price will go up 100%. And another 3% the price can go up let's say 400%.
Mm.
Yeah, so the remaining 2% will go up 1000%, which is 10x.
Mm.
Yeah. So yeah. So if you just look at the percentage, yeah, 30%. So okay, got 80%, of a chance that your investments will either remain unchanged or either drop. Yeah, and or we should say there is 50% of the chance. 50% of the chance you will lose money. Yeah, and another 30% of chance you won't make any money from this investment. There's only 20% of chance you can earn money.
Mm.
If you just look at the uh the success rate or the failure rate, or we should say the winning rate or the losing rate, and you found that the rate is not favorable. But how about the money, the maximum loss and the maximum reward you are able to gain?
Mm.
Yeah. So you can do all the calculation. You times all the amount. Yeah. You can times all the amount. For example, yeah, the 30% times 0 is 0. 20% times 0.5 is 0.25. And 0.25 and 30% remain unchanged. So is 1. So it's still 0.3. And 10% times increase 10%, so it's 1.1. So 1.1 times 10%. So is 0.11. And 5% times 5% times 2, which is increase another 100%. So add up is 200. So it's times 2. So 5% times 5%, okay, 5% times 2. So is 0.025. Okay, and 3% times 5. 3% times 5. 0.15. And the last one is the last one is 2%. So 2%. Just now I say 10x, right? So actually, 10x is 900% plus the base, which is the 100%. So it's 1,000 times 2%. So so it's 0.2. Okay, and then you add up all these numbers. You can add up all these numbers. 0.5 plus 0.3 plus 0.11 plus 0.025 plus 0.15 plus 0.2, and then you add up 1.035. So the expected value is positive, is more than 1. Yeah, so the expected value is more than 1. So that means if you play the game, if you keep playing the game in the long run, you still will earn money. Yeah. So this is something that you can base on your predictions, and to calculate, to use the expected value to calculate. Yeah. What is the net expected value? So to decide whether you want to make a bet. And so yeah, if the value is, in this case, if the value is more than 1, so that means you will earn money. If the value less than 1, so that means you will lose money. Yeah. And how about the maximum loss? Yeah, so the maximum loss is go to 0. This is 30%. You got 30% of the chance will go to 0. And then if go back to the example, maximum you can only lose 5,000. Yeah, maximum you can only lose 5,000. And yeah, so your maximums can only put 5,000. Yeah. Or maybe if you want to use the like the method same as the expected value, okay, you think got 30% that you may lose all your that you may lose all your money, and then you use the 5,000 kind of like divide 30%. Yeah, but this is not the good. But this is not the good thing to do, because
risky, right?
Yeah, it's risky. Yeah, and maybe your prediction is wrong. So that means so you go to the maximum loss. Yeah, just like what I described, the maximum loss. If the maximum loss is lose all your money, so your maximums can only put the amount of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, so the maximum loss can actually decide your bet sizing. Yeah. Yeah. So you can do this kind of portfolio management, and yeah, and you also can something like that. For example, you can choose to put all your money at fixed deposits. Yeah, to save fixed deposit, so we can earn 3% per year. Let's say, for example, you can earn 3% per year, but you can choose to take out 1,000, and invest in this risky bet. Yeah, in this the percentage that we go through just now, which is let's say this is one of the ticker, and so maximums, and you will lose this 1,000 and plus your 90% funds times the times the fixed deposit rate, let's say is maybe 2.5%. Okay, and so this is the maximum loss you will experience for your whole portfolio. And if you if you compare this to you put 100% of the funds into the fixed deposits, so maximum you may there's no maximum loss, okay, and there's only gains, so it's 2.5% for 100%. Yeah, and so you can calculate like this. Yeah, whether you want to put the money, and also what is the bet sizing. Yeah, and how about another example? Okay, let's say that go back. Yeah, go back to the example. If the if we have no idea about the percentage distribution, so we don't know, like 30% will go to 0, 20% will drop like 50%. We have no idea of that. Yeah, we have totally no idea about that. And how can we make decision? Just also you expect the old example. A ticker may go 10x, may go 0. Yeah, and if you have no idea about the percentage, yeah, and just now we use one of the method, which is look at the expected value. Yeah, we should look at the expected value. But if we don't want to consider the expected value, can we make decisions? For example, we are not deciding the asset allocation between risky asset versus risky asset. Yeah, for example, now we actually invest most of our money in stock market. So this is risky asset. There's risk, and whether can we allocate a small percentage of money go to maybe the cryptocurrency market. Yeah, and we have no idea about that. It may go 10x, it may go 0. Yeah, the difference is, the first example is you are choosing between risky and risky assets. Yeah, but in this case is your current base investment may also involve risk. Yeah, so this is the difference. Yeah, and you can look about your volatility, your daily volatility. For example, can you allocate 1% to the crypto market? Yeah, so you have 100% in total, and you allocate 1%, and 1% volatility for your whole portfolio. It's just a very small amount, because daily volatility already like more than 1%. Yeah, so how about you do some calculations? For example, in stock market, maximum loss, you can lose how much money? Maybe 20%, maybe 30%. Okay. And how about you allocate half of the money that you maximally can lose to the crypto market, or maybe you allocate 5% of the money into crypto market, and then the rest of the money you don't put in stock market, you just put in the money market, or you put into the fixed deposit and earn the low and fixed interest. Can it outperform to the stock? Can it outperform to the case that you invest full of your money into the stock market? Yeah, so this is some of the calculation we can do. Yeah, so we can do from many perspectives, many ways. So it's not just we can only compare whether we want to do this investment or not. We also need to consider our current situation. And if we change the new strategy, for example, initially I just invest full of the amount into stock market. Yeah, but stock market also involve risk. Yeah, but if now I only put 10% on crypto market and I put 90% of my net worth in fixed deposit, can it better off? Yeah, so this is another story. So it also involves the risk management. It involves the bet sizing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if let's say you put 1%, so if if the crypto go up 10x and your 1% become 10%, and if it go to 0 and you only lose 1%. Yeah. So this is all the calculation. And how to yeah, but this is not the this is not the only way for us to do the calculation. And we also can use the method we mentioned just now, which is you have the distributed expected value. And also another example is, for example, now let's say you invest in stock market, the price already increased 100%. And what is the maximum gains you expect from this ticker? Do you think the price can go up another 100%? Can go up another 200%? Yeah, based on your prediction. Maybe you think, yeah, only like 30% it can go up 100%. And what is the maximum loss? Can it go down 50%? Or can it go down 30%, 20%? What is the percentage? Yeah. So that you can use that to decide your bet sizing, whether you want to take out some profits, yeah, reduce your the percentage of the ticker in your portfolio. Yeah. So you also can use the risk management to decide when you want to sell the ticker. Yeah. So yeah, this is my sharing for today.
Yeah.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you have anything you want to add in?
Yeah, I think no for today.
Okay. So that's all for our today's conversation. How do you feel? Did you enjoy the conversation? Please tell us what you think of our conversation. And we are not native speakers. If you found any vocabulary mistake that we made, please also comment to let us know, because we want to learn more and improve ourselves. Remember to like, subscribe to us. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.